Hello, today I'm gonna show you how to solve the imagine a landing craft approaching the surface of Callisto physics problem. So the problem said if the engine provides an upward force of 2784 Newton, the craft descends at constant speed. If the engine provides only 1879 Newton, the craft accelerates downward at 0.39 meter per second square. So the first question is, what's the weight of the landing craft? So I used the first case to solve the weight. So according to the Newton's second law, the net force equal to the mass times the acceleration. So in this case, let's say if the engine provides an upward force of 2784 Newton, the craft descends at a constant speed. Because the craft descends at a constant speed, so the acceleration is zero. So in this case, the net force equal to ma, which is the mass times the acceleration. In this case, is zero. So the net force is 2784 Newton minus the mg, which is the weight, is equal to zero. So I can easily solve for the weight, which is 2784 Newton. So the second question is, what is the mass of the craft? So in this question, I use the second case to solve this problem. So the second case is, if the engine provides only 1879 Newton, the craft accelerates downward at 0.39 meter per second square. So in this case, I use the Newton's second law to solve for the mass, which is the net force equal to the mass times the acceleration. So the net force in this case is 1879 Newton minus the weight, which is mg, equal to the mass times the acceleration. So the acceleration in this case is negative 0.39 meter per second square. Why it's negative? Because it's downward. So it's gonna be negative 0.39 meter per second square. So I can easily solve for the mass, which is 2.32 times 10 cube kilogram. So the third question is, what is the freeform acceleration? What is freeform acceleration in this case? So in this question, I use the weight equation, which is the weight equal to the mass times the gravity of this planet. So the weight, so all we gotta do is plug all the number we just calculate in the two previous questions to solve for the freeform acceleration. So the weight is equal to 2784 Newton and the mass is 2.32 times 10 cube kilogram. So can easily solve for the free fall acceleration, which is the weight divided by the mass, is equal to 1.2 meter per second square.